What's up YouTube, I'm Vaughn and this is the Gear channel where we discuss collectibles, hobbies, competitive games from tabletop to video games, and today we are reviewing my Cherubimon deck. That's right, it is back and it's stronger than ever because with the new mulligan rule that's actually returned, it made a big difference. Because the reason why I couldn't really play the deck as well is because the mulligan really did help, because we're not really optimizing on so many of specific like rookies. So to really mulligan in this deck is actually very important, and especially with the new mulligan rule of us allowing to draw the 5 cards first, then doing the security after, or even shuffling so we get at least like some key cards so we could actually start extending and doing the OTK was very valuable. So now since the new mulligan is allowed, we are been optimizing it the fullest, and honestly I think the deck is a lot better now than it was like a while back. Now before we begin, a friendly reminder as always to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel a lot and I do really appreciate it. So starting first with the Digi Egg, so we do have 4 kerpymon, which is very mandatory to have because it's the main Digimon that's going to go under your VaughnGear, and also when you have 5 security you get the draw 1 when attacking, which is very important. Now you're only using it one time because it's just a fast process to get a free draw. So as soon as you have your VaughnGear Digivolve on top, you're just going to swing, draw the card, and there you go, you start getting an advantage from there. Next, we do have our 4 VaughnGear, which is mandatory because that is the main rookie that we are going to be spamming besides the usual Pokemon as well. So we have to max out on 4 of this one. Then we do have 4 Pokemon. Now, believe it or not, VaughnGear is the only yellow that we're playing because it's the main one that's actually worth extending and really spamming the board with. Then for a new Digimon that we do have 2 VaughnGear. Now the reason why we're playing this is that the deck really needed a blocker, and now we have a very good rookie blocker that we can actually spam with Cherubimon. That's why I'm saying that the only thing that could make this deck even better is that if we get a yellow rookie blocker, that would be perfect because then we could evolve our kerpymon, but we don't have one just yet. But as soon as we do, we're definitely going to be replacing these 2 for that. But in the meantime, we could Darkness Wave or VaughnGear, or we could Digivolve or hybrids on top of it as well. So there is other use that you can do with it besides just having it as a blocker. Now we're going to get into our hybrids. So we do have 4 Lorimon, which is definitely mandatory because you could definitely spam with, and also if you have multiple Pokemon that you brought out with Cherubimon, you can actually gain quite a bit of memory, easily 6 memory, just because you just Digivolve your Tamers into a hybrid. Then we have 4 Kerpymon, amazing because it has retaliation, so if you want suicide into something you definitely can, and also the Digivolution also gets the retaliation as well, so you can actually suicide your Cherubimon into something a lot higher and then that Digimon dies as well. But another key card to do it with is definitely Lorimon, because when Lorimon gets deleted, you get to play a purple tamer, which is quite good. And especially if you have Kochi underneath it, you gain that memory. So you're gaining a memory, you have the retaliation, and on top you are playing a purple tamer, so quite good. Now for level 6s, we do have 3 Cherubimon. Now we just need 3 of the purple Cherubimon of BT7, and this is quite good because I find it's very consistent with 3. I didn't have any problems, so I don't see it too necessary playing 4, but we do have an alternative for the 4th Cherubimon, which is going to be the Cherubimon from BT8. So this one allows you to hard play it with pretty much 3 by deleting one of your purple Cherubimon. So you can play this for 3. Similar effect, but instead when on play or digivolving, so key difference is also the on play, is that you actually do minus security attack 2 to each of your opponent's Digimon equal to the amount of tamers that you have. So if you want to protect yourself, you could definitely stun your opponent's whole board by giving them -2 security, or even multiple -2 security if you have enough tamers. So a very good card. So this is why I'm actually only playing 3 and then one of the BT8. If I wasn't playing that, then it would have been the 4th Cherubimon. Now for tamers, we do have 4 Kochis, which is mandatory for hybrids, so we could definitely gain the retaliation. Also, it's really good because we gain the memory, so even if it gets deleted while let's say Cherubimon is on top of it, we'll gain that memory. Also, the on play to draw one and trash one is very important, because if we have our Bushi Agumon, we can start trashing our Bushi Agumons or trash a tamer to fill our trash just a bit, so Cherubimon could take advantage of it and play a tamer for free. Then we have 4 Mimis. Since we are playing a decent amount of options, Mimi is amazing, and also it's a play cost of 2, so it's actually easy to play your Mimi and then start doing the hybrid plays after, because you're not spending too much memory. And also, if you're against like nuisance option cards, like your opponent is playing like any X antibody, they always forget that when they play the X antibody that they actually have to play it. So then we could tap our Mimi to pass it on our turn as well, and also we can gain quite a bit of memory when we play our own options as well. Then we have 3 Matt Ishidas. I'm pretty happy with 3. I don't see it necessary playing 4. But yeah, so 3 is really good. It's a good memory tamers. You could actually recycle it quite a bit. Return it, play again, and then just keep on adding a purple Digimon or purple option card with Matt Ishida. So to just extend your play even more. Next, we have 3 Analog Youth, which is definitely mandatory. So you could play 3 or 4. I would not cut it down to even less than that. So Analog, okay, one, it helps like speed up the process of getting tamers into your trash or even Digimon. And it's really good because when your level 5 or higher Digimon is deleted, not only do you hatch an egg, you also gain a memory. So if you delete your Cherubimon, you could definitely abuse this quite a bit, and it's just perfect. So there's definitely no complaints over there. And then finally, for our last tamer, we do have 2 Alice McCoy, which I think is very mandatory to have, because Alice McCoy can delete your Digimon to digivolve your level 5 into a level 6 for pretty much only 1 memory, since it's going to be cost is -3 and Cherubimon is 4. You could pretty much do this for 1. So if you attack with a Bushi Agumon, or if you use a Bokumon, you could delete it, make the Cherubimon for only 1 memory, and then from there continue. But the best part about this card is that it does not suspend. So you could use the ability, then you could even digivolve it for a hybrid and then swing with the hybrid. So it's actually like one like the best tamers that doesn't need to suspend to use an ability, and it's a very strong ability on top of that. So it's low cost, and it's definitely an effect that could OTK quite big. Now we're going to go into the options. So we do have 3 Blinding Ray. Now the reason why we're playing Blinding Ray is because it's actually the best option for this deck. Now Jacko Raid, the issue with that is that we never really have that much in a trash, so usually it's going to be only 1 memory that we gain, while Blinding Ray is trash from a security to gain 2 memory, which is quite good because we don't really care too much about our security actually. So us gaining 2 memory is definitely worth it, especially if we are about to OTK. And also if we have no security and we have multiple Blinding Ray, we could keep on playing Blinding Ray even if we don't have a security. So you don't have to trust a security if you don't have any, and you can still play it. So it's quite good, and it definitely helps with the OTK. Then we do have 2 shorts because we're playing hybrids, and also with a lot of decks nowadays of spamming some level 3s and 4s, this can definitely help quite a bit. Then we do have 2 Deathclaw. Now I'm still debating, maybe this might be like another alternative. I am quite happy because it's pretty free, and you don't really need your opponent to have a Digimon as well. So you could actually play Deathclaw just by deleting and not deleting any of your opponent's Digimon. So it's quite good. So it's kind of one of those rare cards that you could play even if your opponent doesn't have a Digimon. So that's why we're actually keeping it at 2, because it still has youth. And finally, we have just 1 Calling from Darkness because it's at 1. So if it was at 3 or 4, we will actually be playing a lot more of it because it's a very good card. And that's it for Cherubimon deck profile. Now if you guys enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, and if you want a sneak peek of future products we're planning to review here on the channel, you can follow me on my Instagram, VaughnGear. I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear channel.